Now when it comes to the comparison video that I'm doing for the 390 Duke versus the 390 Adventure, there are a couple statistics that really stand out. Looking at the suspension differences between the Adventure and the Duke, there's about a 1-inch difference in overall travel between these two. You can see that the suspension components are almost identical. The difference is going to be the amount of travel, number one, and number two, the Duke here does not have any adjustability when it comes to its forks or its rear shock. As you can see, the 2021 Duke is not adjustable on the suspension either. The gray knob over here on top of the fork adjusts your compression. And on the other side over here, we have a red knob that allows you to adjust your rebound. So take a look at how high the Duke handlebars here on the adventurized version that I've put together. They're significantly higher than that of the traditional Duke. The handlebars are about the same height as the gas tank. And the goal there was to get it up into that Adventure rider upright seated position that you see here on this 2021 Adventure. The 390 Adventure has 37.5 horsepower, where the Duke has 44 horsepower at 9,500 RPMs. That's going to be several more horsepower and several hundred more RPMs. It's going to be really interesting to see how that horsepower difference translates when the rubber meets the road. The other thing we're going to notice is the torque of the Adventure motorcycle is 23.2 pound-feet versus the Duke, which is 26. Now there are a couple more things that are different between this old Duke. This is a 2016 model, and that's the fact that it's going to have actual cable-operated throttle versus the Adventure bike over here is throttle by wire. This Adventure is fully equipped with traction control and all of those rider aids that are very common in modern machines, whereas this Duke over here is 100% manual. The manual clutch feeds down to the manual gearbox. There is no computer intervention. Anyway, before it gets any hotter, we're going to jump on these machines and get to scooting. So stay tuned. Get my mirrors adjusted real quick. There we go. There we go. So this is a very, very upright seating position. Pegs are directly below my knee. I got a nice 90-degree angle there. That was the reason that I did the bars and risers on the 390 Duke, because I wanted to get that more upright seating position. Now the Duke compared to the RC is a more upright seating position, but you're still kind of hunched over a little bit. When standing up on the Duke off-road, I wanted to be able to have a little bit taller of a bar and a little more upright position holding the seat. All right guys, here we go, getting on the freeway. So right about 5,000 RPMs is when the red line starts to say you should probably be shifting. And in this bike in 6th gear at right around 65 miles per hour, or no, 70 miles an hour, is when that starts to kick in. It's interesting, that's a lot lower than on the Duke, that is for sure. I do not get the shift light blinking at 80, 85 miles an hour. Ergonomics wise, this thing is super comfortable. Foot pegs are in the right position, handlebars are in a great position to have not an attack position, but a nice, comfortable, relatively upright with a slight bend forward. I'm digging it. Now the idea today on this bike is to be able to adventure ride it, or dual sport ride it if you will. I want to be able to feel what it feels like on the freeway right there, where I feel like the top end was a little bit lacking. but we'll have to explore that a little later. So now we're gonna get on this little country back road. This is New River Road. This is a windy road that takes you out and basically meets up with Lake Pleasant and the 74. Some nice little curves here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So right now we're gonna send the Duke out and around. Alright, fifth gear. I'm full pinned open right now at 83. Let's shift into 6th. Get a little bit of a tuck on me here, 88. Looks like 88, 89, 90, right around that 90, 95 mark is going to be your top speed on this guy. All right, now I'm going to test the ABS system on this bike. So I'm going to get going, 50 miles an hour right now, and I'm going to ABS. Not too bad. You might ask yourself, does it do a burnout? Well, there's the burnout that we did as we took off onto the road, then popped a little wheelie as we came up onto the tarmac.
Then 3-4 miles, you're going to see a left-hand turn. It kind of swoops going down in like the little valley. You'll see a left turn into the desert right there.
Okay, you show me. Alright guys, we just pulled off the highway. Now we're going to be doing some dirt work on these machines. Now what I want you to notice is we have a TKC 70 in the front and a TKC 80 in the front of the Duke. And then in the back, we have a TKC 70 Rocks on the Duke and a TKC 70 regular on the 390 Adventure. Now take a look at how skinny. Let me roll my hand across here real quick. How do I just do this? Here we go. So from the corner of this, or the end of this little fluffy piece, the fake suede, to my fingertip is how wide this tire is. Now if I put that fake suede here at the corner of this one, got quite a bit extra tire. Look how much extra dirt pattern you see, or contact patch, as compared to this guy. It'll be interesting to see what happens out here. Anyway, we're gonna go out here, we're gonna hit some sand, some rocks, all kinds of fun stuff. On the street, I think these tires handle comparatively. That thing's a lot louder up front, and it has vibrations when you stop. You don't get that with the 70s. But as far as overall cornering ability and things of that nature, I think they're pretty comparable. Here we go. This will be interesting. I've never had anybody on the Duke. I've never been able to see what the Duke looks like, or how silly I look when I'm riding the Duke in the dirt with other riders, so kind of funny.
So, you got like a little bit of a track that goes down around here, down the hill, comes up, comes down here, we kind of make like a nice loop.
Well, show me how it works. All right, this is what they call the little turn track. So down here through the desert, I would have passed it on that dirt road. I guess there's a little single track. They call it a turn track in here. Oh yeah, I can see why. Little berms. So for number one, the suspension on this versus the Duke is night and day. I mean, now that the 390 Adventure is out, I've thought about taking the 390 Adventure suspension and swapping it completely over onto the Duke. And after riding this thing and how plush it is, I might do that. Or if I love this thing enough, I'll sell the 390 Duke and pick up an Adventure. This is awesome. Yee-hee. Dude, that was awesome. Let's get some pictures of this jump over here. Ready? So right there, we bottomed the thing out, but it did land nice and soft. That wasn't bad at all. That's weird. Traction control automatically turned itself back on after that last jump. That's strange. Alright, now that I've hit that twice on the Adventure, I need to go hit it on the 390 Duke. Suspension on this thing is significantly lacking compared to that. I do feel the peppiness, the extra torque. I can definitely feel it. Seems much more grippy and grabby. I can tell you if one's better than the other, but they're different, that's for sure. It is a little bit slipperier because that center rib on the tire, just FYI. Fox! Hey, that's you!
That's where we labeled it!
Check it out! The Fox Raceway, check it out. This is David Fox and there's Fox Raceway. That's awesome. Having never ridden a Duke or an Adventure previously, I'm curious to see what his take is between the two once he gets off after having ridden both in roughly the same terrain. Hold up here for a second. Here we go. Hill climb on the 390 Adventure. Look at that 70 rocks dig. He's definitely getting better forward. Oh, momentum than I am. I'm going nowhere, guys. Ah. Alright guys, that was a little tricky on that TKC 70 tire. Man, look at this stuff. This is so deep. You step in it, you just sink up to past your ankles. It's crazy. That there's the 70 rocks. Look how it digs. You gotta push it a little bit, but it'll get there. Go, 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 go! That's where these little bikes are fun, because if that was a big 1200 GS that you sunk down to the frame, getting it out of there would kind of suck. So basically I'm digging down through the sand until I hit rock, and then it gets traction and goes forward. I love it! I'm gonna go that way? Is there a trail for you to run that way? Ugh. Here he is working his way back up that same river rock trail, riverbed that we just came off of. All right, he sees us. It's a good sign.
I found the trail. I was blowing your horn to try to get your attention. Oh, we're already halfway through this rocks.
Got it.
We passed it.
Oh.
But you couldn't quite see it because it was like hidden in the bush. As soon as you go through like a bush, easy trail up.
Oh, nice. All right, we're back now out of the rocks. Now we're gonna hit some fast dirt back to the shop. Oh, traction control turned itself back on again. to the bush. We're now back out on the pavement, and that's the amazing part about adventure bikes and everywhere else in the USA except for this blasted state of Arizona, where you can ride a dirt bike on the street with no license plate. We just spent hours out there ripping through the desert, playing in the sand wash, rock crawling, hill climbing, jumping little jumps. I mean, we had a blast out there in the dirt, and now we're just cruising the streets to get back to our original jumping off point. Dude, this 390 Adventure is such a fun machine. I really enjoy it. See how good it does slaloms. Oh, right there's David's 300. Check it out. Pretty cool. All right, guys, that was officially one of the funnest Friday mornings I think I've ever had.
For sure, for sure. I'm blown away riding street bikes in the desert, hitting the rocks, the sand. These things did awesome.
Now make sure you leave a comment down below asking any question about these bikes that you want to, or telling us how crazy we are for taking them in the places that we did take them today. We want to hear about all of it, so leave a comment down below. Hit that thumbs up button, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I'm Kyle Bradshaw from Moto City. Thank you guys for watching. This here is David, one of our local residents and customer here of Moto City. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.
And yeah, until next time, guys, take care and ride safe.